I'm here with Cam Close, one of the sports reporters for WABC, and we're here today to talk about the subject of the sports incident that happened a few Fridays ago. What were you doing?
Obviously, none of the sports really has to do with much of sports, and we didn't really have too many sports to cover that day, and we kind of pulled a baby out of the pot because that's what everyone saw up to, and that was pretty much it. You know, I did the Lion King thing with it.
Yeah.
Did you end up seeing the whole thing?
No, I didn't.
Okay, and we kind of just played around. It was a doll. It wasn't a real baby.
Yeah.
But and then we kind of just, there was really no point to it, but that's what it was.
When did you find out? And when you did, what was your reaction?
I found out when everyone else found out. Well, I think most people thought it was actually part of the thing that I just stopped. But I found out when everyone else did. I was a little upset because, you know, I mean, we put a lot of effort into it sometimes, and I mean, sometimes we don't. Like if you saw last week's, which was just kind of us, you know, screaming and stuff. So, but lots of times we put in a lot of effort and we get stuff together, so it's kind of upsetting to see that go to waste. But
and does censorship play a big role in this job?
John and I plan what we're gonna do. We kind of just sit around and make like jokes about it, and then it would probably, the stuff that we come up with is probably worse than what they could put on regular TV, let alone the announcements, to say the least. And then we kind of tone it down a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so I guess we kind of think, okay, how could people interpret this as bad and blah, blah, blah. And we didn't really think that would be that bad, but, you know, different people have different ideas of what shouldn't be allowed.
Why do you think they cut it?
When you're just talking about stuff with babies, then you kind of have to be careful, I guess. I don't know, because, you know, I've never had a baby. Hopefully I never will have a baby. But I mean, I guess maybe to someone who's had a baby that could be upsetting because it's a long process and stuff, and we won't get into all that.
We're here today to talk a little bit about the sports incident that was cut out. And what did you think when you first saw it?
First of all, I commend the young men who put a lot of hard work in. They come here early, they pre-record it, and one of the reasons we asked for it to be pre-recorded was so that we could take a look at any issue that Mr. Miller or Ms. Petrus up in the library had concerns with. And they both had concerns with a comment or two from one of the recent reports. And they called me, and myself and Mr. Ware happened to be, we looked at it and we agreed with the feelings from Mrs. Petrus and Mr. Miller that there was a semi-inappropriate comment in that some people might take the wrong way. So we erred on the side of caution and safety.
Okay. And who made the final decision to cut it?
Mr. Ware and myself.
Okay. And so did you personally think it was inappropriate and may offend people?
Yeah, and we spoke to the two young men who were the reporters, and we had a nice conversation with them afterwards, and we explained, and they were understanding, and they knew where we were coming from, and we also respected where they were coming from.
One of the advisors had said before, or after they saw it, we might have to check this out and see how it goes, but we didn't actually think it was going to get cut out.
I assume, like you said earlier, all footage on WABC is previewed by administration.
Yeah, basically, if there's any controversial items that Mrs. Petrus or Mr. Miller feel that we need to look at, we look at before it goes on the air. If there are things that, even though they pre-record everything, if there's no issues, Mrs. Petrus and Mr. Miller just run it as usual, but they get in touch with us whenever there's an issue of concern.
Have there been issues in the past?
Yeah, we've had a couple in the past, not many,
yeah,
but we've had a couple over the years, and I think I think this is the second year we go to pre-record, second or third year. So we've had a couple that we've had to look at and edit, and I think we got a good procedure in place.
Yep. And do you think this incident, had it been showed on the announcements, would sort of cause an uproar in the student body?
I'm not sure it would cause an uproar, but it would have been. One of the comments was very sensitive to a certain group of people here at Westford Academy, and we felt, out of respect to that group, we needed to not put that comment on the air.
You know, kids in the future kind of have to, like, you think, oh wow, if that got censored,
yes,
then a lot of other stuff could get censored, and I don't know. I mean, obviously we were upset by it, but it didn't faze us that much.
Upon further investigation, I spoke with Dean Parent and Close, who both declined for comment as to what was said, and I spoke to Senior Brandon Casperson, and he said the comment that was made was WA Sports making babies.